Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Nicole and today is a long awaited video. So many people have requested this video. We're going to talk about today 5 tips on how I embrace my natural hair and how you can embrace your natural hair. So if you want to stay tuned for these next 5 tips that I'm going to be sharing with you and give you guys my experience, keep watching. I wrote some notes down and I can't find my notes now. Like what? Alrighty guys, so let's start with the first tip. So the first tip that I wrote, sorry if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes that I wrote for this video, so sorry. Yeah, anyway, so the first tip is remove heat from your life. Let me tell you guys, remove heat. One thing that I always used to do is I used to straighten my hair and blow dry my hair every single weekend. I did not like my natural hair, so I used to just straighten it every single weekend. And I grew up basically not knowing how to take care of my natural hair, so my mom used to straighten it for us as well. So I grew up always having my hair straight, always blow drying my hair and all of that. So the first #1 tip is remove heat from your life. Hide those straighteners, hide those blowers. Not to not ever use them again, but to only use them if you need to, like for example a special occasion. I know that in this journey of embracing your natural hair, you can get frustrated and want to pick up a straightener, and maybe for a special event you want to look nice. So it's okay if you pick up a straightener every now and then, but not so often. When you're in this journey, try to eliminate heat for good. Once you eliminate heat, trust me, you will not regret it. I do not even straighten my hair anymore, and if I do, I don't even do it. My mom does it for me, and it's always like once in a blue moon. So trust me, remove heat from your life. Okay, so tip #2 is remove any sulfate, parabens, and silicones. So let me see where it goes with this. So removing those 3 ingredients from products is very essential. Now when you go shopping to buy your curly hair products, make sure you read your labels. That's one thing that's so important. I used to not read my labels, and I picked up the first thing that said curly on it. So that is not it, guys. Not every curly hair product has great ingredients for your hair. So remove sulfate, paraben, and silicones from your life in general. So when I'm telling you guys, read your products, read your labels, research about what your curl type, research about these things. These literally were things that I was researching when I was embracing my natural hair, and I wish somebody would have told me. And I found later on, obviously, as I kept doing my research and I kept looking at different YouTubers, I started noticing that a lot of them didn't use products with those ingredients. So, you know, and not just that, a lot of people ask, like, why these specific products? Let me tell you guys. First of all, these 3 products will dry out your hair, cause frizz in your hair, and cause your hair to be really brittle and just kind of like, I don't know, like, you know that texture when something is just, when you apply no product to your hair at all and it's just like that weird texture? I don't know. That's literally what these 3 products will cause you in your hair. That's why a lot of people who are curly head will recommend you to not have these 3 ingredients in your products, because they're very damaging to your hair. So that's my second tip. Remove all paraben, sulfates, silicones from your life. You will thank me later. Tip #3 is patience. Guys, let me tell you, you will not wake up the next day. Let's say you start your hair journey, you will not wake up the next day with curly bomb hair. It just, things in life, nothing in life happens from day to night. So patience is key. Literally celebrate your steps. Celebrate if you remove heat from your life for 3 months. Celebrate that. If you are now researching every product that you put into your hair, celebrate that. You are making progress. You are going to get there, but you need to have patience. That is the hardest thing that I have struggled with so much. I know we all reached that one stage where our hair was curly and our ends were straight. Yes, it's very frustrating. You know what I did because I was so impatient? I used to grab a wand and I used to curl my ends so they would match with the rest of my curl pattern. Wrong idea. Putting heat back into my life just so I can see results, or so other people can see, like, oh my god, you did it, you got your hair back. No. I ended up having to do a big chop because I ended up damaging my ends more than what I needed to. Guys, like, I don't know, like, maybe I was dumb back then, but I just didn't see it that way. I was like, you know what, they just need a match, period. I was avoiding the big chop. don't be afraid to chop your hair if you need to. Now, you don't always need to chop your hair when you are when you're in the journey of embracing your natural hair. A lot of people will just go with a big chop and then start all over. Me, I was avoiding that, so I did the whole wand thing, and I used to grab a wand and curl my ends because I was avoiding that because I don't look good with short hair. First. Second of all, I was avoiding the big chop because I don't know, to be honest with you. Now that I look back at it, like, why was I avoiding the big chop? I think it's because I didn't look good with short hair, first of all, and second of all, I was scared that even a big chop wouldn't fix the issue. So you don't have to do a big chop to have your curly hair back. A lot of people literally just chop off, like wherever it starts being straight, they will chop it off. Then their hair looks crazy and like a whole mess, and they have to wait to grow it out. So I don't know. There's a lot of ways now, especially 2020, we're living in 2020. There's so many good products out there that you won't have to big chop your hair, but if you end up doing it, good luck. So yeah, I wish I had like more hair in the middle of my face, because like, what's the point of having an afro if you just don't have a lot of hair in that part, you know? Anyways, that was number 3. Patience. Patience is key to everything in life. Celebrate your steps, because patience is key. It will happen. It took me 3 years, but I was so inconsistent, so inconsistent with my hair, and I used to grab the straightener, I used to dye my hair in that journey when I decided to go natural. So let me tell you guys, patience is key. Don't beat yourself up if you end up having to grab a straightener or grab a, you know, a blower or whatever the case is. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself grace, okay? All right, my 4th tip is guide your hair. Now, what I mean by guide your hair, I used to do a lot of braids. I used to do a lot of protective hairstyles. I used to do all of that just so my curls can find their pattern, just so I can guide my hair into realizing, like, homegirl, you are not going to be straight anymore. You're not going to be damaged. You need to activate, you know, you need to get it going. You need to create these curls for me because that's my natural hair, period. So one thing I'm gonna encourage you guys to do is guide your hair. Don't wait for just, you know, I'm gonna do a mask once a week, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and that's it. Then just sleep with your hair on a cotton, you know, pillowcase or something, because that's, guide your hair, guys. Guide your hair. Do protective hairstyles. Learn more about your hair. One thing that I do is I have a cotton pillowcase, but I have a satin like a scarf, and it's like super like big. So it's a satin scarf, and I wrap it around my pillow every single night, and I sleep on satin so my hair doesn't create a lot of frizz. Another thing that you might struggle with, which is what I struggle with, is that one side of my head like has more volume than the other. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I have more volume on one side than the other side, and it frustrates me. And I used to sleep on one side more than the other, and that's what caused that. So now I sleep with a pineapple, and I'll put my hair all the way up. Yes. So yes, guide your hair. Use satin pillowcases. Protective hairstyles. They're going to help you in your journey. Trust me. Alrighty, and my 5th tip for you guys to embrace your natural hair is mask and moisture. Remember, you are transitioning from messing up your hair basically to trying to now have healthy, beautiful, natural hair. So your hair is lacking a lot of things in that process. One thing that I started to do was I started to do mask once a week on my hair. Once a week. Now we get lazy nowadays, and I just do like once every 2 weeks. It happens. But when you're in that journey of embracing your natural hair, do mask once a week. Make sure that you are giving your hair the moisture that it needs, that it's seeking, so it can give you results. Get it? You know, sometimes common sense is not so common, but it makes sense when you think about it. Like, oh right, because my hair is dry, so it probably needs moisture. Now, with moisture, make sure that when you are washing your hair, when you're applying that conditioner, make sure you rinse your hair with cold water when you are transitioning. I don't do that anymore because you know, cold water at the end of your shower, it's not the best feeling, but I used to do it a lot. Not to say that I don't do it at all, but I just don't do it as often because I'm already basically with my natural hair. I know how to treat my hair because of all the research that I've done. But if you are transitioning, cold water allows your hair to lock in that moisture. So if you have that conditioner at the end of the shower, make sure to, if you can, as much as you can, just rinse out your hair when you're washing your hair with cold water after applying the conditioner. I think that would help you a lot. Alrighty guys, so those are my 5 tips to embracing your natural hair. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of pictures here on the screen of how my hair was. A lot of people who I grew up with and saw me in high school kind of saw my transitioning, so they were like, oh my gosh, like what did you do, da da da, all this stuff. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of pictures of how my hair was. What I ended up doing to damage my hair was I used to use a lot of heat on my hair, and I used to dye my hair so many different colors. I was a redhead, I was blonde, I was black, any color, you name it. I was literally experienced it. I'm not going to show you guys all the colors that I was, but I do want to show you guys basically how my hair used to be. And by the thumbnail, I'm sure you guys have noticed that I have an old picture, embarrassing picture as well. A lot of these pictures are embarrassing photos, but I want to show you guys kind of the stages where I went to. I had a phase where I had my bangs straight and then my hair was curly, so that's kind of where it all started. It started where I basically, you know, had my bangs straight, had my hair curly, and then I started now like straightening my hair. You know, a lot of my pictures I look older than what I really was. I grew up way too fast, just in case. So yes, I was definitely damaging my hair from the age, probably I want to say of 6-7 years old, all the way to the age of 16. Yes, so in that big gap, I damaged my hair. I colored my hair so many times. My hair was very brittle in that age gap. I was non-stop straightening my hair, non-stop coloring my hair, trying different things on my hair, different haircuts, different styles, you name it. Every trend I was hopping on it basically. So it definitely took a lot for me to transition back to my natural state. Now it did take me 3 years. I started my transitioning, my healthy curly hair transitioning journey when I was in 11th grade, and it wasn't until my 2nd year of college that I basically saw the results. So with that being said, patience is definitely key, guys. Understand your hair, research your hair. What is your curl type? What products work best on your hair? What line do you think works best for you? The personal line that works best for me is Maui Moisture. Sorry, wow, I can't speak. So Maui Moisture has been like my go-to product. I love Maui, I love Shea. Those are the best products that I have reached for, especially because they are affordable and they give me a good turnout. Like, as you can tell, my hair is healthy, my hair is nice, it's beautiful. It's gone back, or even better I want to say, because when I was younger my curl pattern was definitely different, and I do have different curl patterns in my hair. If you notice, probably like the bottom curls are much tighter than my top curls. So it's natural, it's normal. You will experience different curl patterns as you are transitioning. Every time you cut your hair, you will experience a different curl pattern, because that's what happens to me. Again, not everything that works for someone else may work for you, so be mindful. These 5 tips are super general, so these 5 tips, a lot of people who have been transitioning, these 5 tips have helped them. Again, these are things that are they're so little, but yet they impact us so much. So removing a straightener is something that may sound so like, oh, that's so easy, but if you're someone who is so used to reaching for your straightener, it could be hard, it could impact you. It's gonna happen. Just know that you can do it. You can literally do it. I basically showed you guys a couple of pictures here of where I was, how I was able to transition, basically what I did to mess up my hair. Gave you guys 5 tips on how to embrace your natural curly hair. If you have any other questions, any other concerns, any comments, whatever you would like to say, anything that you would recommend me to share, any other type of video you guys would like to see, feel free to give me a comment down below, and I can chat with you guys down there. And also make sure to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I will be uploading more curly hair content, and share this video with your friends and your family. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end of this video. Thank you for hearing me rant about life and basically where I've been with my curly hair. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, bye guys.